How's it going, everyone? It's Nathan from Nathan's MRE, and today we have a very special ration. This particular ration is a French RCIR. This is a 24-hour ration. This particular one is menu number 9. So before we get into this ration, this was sent to us by foreignmre.com. If you guys have not checked them out, the link will be in the description. They have a ton of amazing foreign MREs there. Now, moving on to this. Menu number 9. This has pork, rice, and pineapple for the main, and sausages and duck and beans. Sausages, duck, and beans. Okay. It has a deer pate, a soup, milky dessert, salted and sweet biscuits, coffee, tea, chocolate, nougat fruit jelly energy bar, muesli, isotonic powder drink, chocolate bar, jam, packet of tissues, reheating kit, and 6 water purification tablets. It has a production date of September 8th, 2016, and it has an expiration date of January 22nd, 2020. Alright, so moving right along, let's go ahead and cut the plastic off of this thing. Pull it out of the bag, and ours put us a foreign MRE sticker on the back. And right off the bat, let's take a smell. It smells like cardboard. No odd smells coming out. That's always a good sign. Go ahead and let me see here. It's got a pull tab, but we're gonna display this box, I think. So we try not to mess it up too bad. Okay, we have a Bon Appetit. This is some sort of soup. It looks like carrot soup, possibly. We'll get back to that here in a second. We have the chocolate muesli, the Voyager brand. Looks pretty good. We have strawberry jam. We have a Hydrate sports drink. Citrus by the looks of that. We have a little accessory pack. We're going to set that off to the side just for right now. And we have a fruit nougat bar. We have, it looks like a chocolate fondue. Has a raspberry on it, so we'll definitely get into that here in just a few minutes. And I actually like these. These are like a little commando bar. I believe these are always grape in that color package. We have a little chocolate bar. I have not had this kind before. It's Klaus brand. We have a little coffee commando bar. We have like a chewy fruit pate. This one looks to be peach or apricot, I'm sorry. We have some napkins, or some of you guys like me to say, TP for your bunghole. Then we have what I'm guessing is our deer pate. We'll come back to that here in a second. We have our biscuits. I always like these biscuits. These have salt biscuits. The other one's almost like a cookie, and the other one's a chocolate cereal and chocolate. I'm sorry. Have a little S-bit heater. These are always good heaters. Usually don't use these too much because these are a hot plate because we're inside, obviously. Then we have our, I guess this would be our duck sausage. And this would be our main, which would be pork in rice and pineapple. Huh. Kind of odd. That is all that's in the box. We're going to open up our little accessory pack here without hurting any of the contents. You guys always ask me, what is my favorite MRE? Not my favorite country, but My favorite MRE, foreign MRE, let's just say that. My favorite foreign MRE is always the French ones. The French ones have hands down the best entrees. Next, I would say it's a hard toss-up, really. Russia has some really good stuff. They really do. We actually got some more Russia stuff on its way here. We have a double pack of coffee. We have our... it was tea. I don't remember what exact flavor it was. Then we have mint tea. Then we have sugar. We have salt and pepper. Another pack of sugar. Some more salt and pepper. And we have, this was hot chocolate. Okay, so this little package of soup translates to hen pasta and carrots. Basically, it's carrots and pasta. I don't know if the translator translated that totally right. And then we have our deer pate, which translates to end of deer. So maybe some deer butt pate. We're not really sure. Let's go and move on to this main here, and this was the pork. So let's go and open this up. Let's see if I could do it. It was a pork, rice, and pineapples, I believe. And it's kind of a yellow color, to be honest with you. You can see little flecks of pepper in it. You see chunks of meat in there. Man, I tell you what, that smells freaking awesome. Oh, wow. I don't know, guys. The French don't disappoint when it comes to food. That's kind of... It's bad to say, being from the U.S., that our meals don't have that same freshness and aroma to them, but to be honest with you, most of them don't. Some of them are pretty good. All right, so let's go and open this guy up. This was our duck sausage. There we go. See, a little sausage is in there. It's got some white beans in it. And again, just very, very well seasoned. Very nice. We open these up first. We're going to get these on the hot plate. While those are heating up, we're going to get to the rest of the stuff. Okay, so the mains are heating up. Let's go and unbox these crackers. So these biscuits, you might say. It has a little pull tab on top. Usually these rip, but yeah, that should work pretty good. Usually they tear off and don't work very good. So we have, these are a little bit different. These are actually marked and they're a little bit different brand. Kind of odd. So we have a cereal biscuit. We have a salted. And then we have our chocolate, which is just a regular biscuit with a little flecks of chocolate in it. So we'll go ahead and try those out here in a second. I think moving on, we're going to do all our drinks at the very end. Let's go and open up this deer pate. Look at that. It's almost a perfumey smell. I guess maybe some rosemary. It just smells so fresh. I'm not really sure how you get that smell and consistency out of a lot of these canned rations that come from there. Must have a totally different way of preserving stuff. That's for sure. So our deer pate. Let's go ahead while we're doing this here. We'll get a salted biscuit. Actually snapped in half, but that's all right. I'm gonna go and taste this deer pate, and we're gonna move on quickly so this video is not 2 hours long. First of all, I'll try this biscuit just the way it is. These are salted. A little bit on the hard side. Not too bad though, really. Try to shovel some of this out of here. There we go. See a lot of fat in it. Deer or venison is a very dry meat. Definitely rosemary. A lot of times in these pates, I put a little bit of wine in it. Okay, so we're gonna open up this Esbit stove because there is a couple little items that we need out of here. And you guys never seen one of these before. On these French rations, it's kind of a whole little accessory pack all in itself. We have a little black baggie, put your trash in. We have the stove here itself. Then we have, this one actually has 6 fuel tabs. We have a little pack of matches with the Eiffel Tower on it. And this guy here is what we need. This is our little picker-upper tool. What was the deal with this guy? I think it went something like this. And it lets you pick that can up like that. Maybe it went like this. Yep, went like that. That hooks on the side of the can. We're gonna put that off to the side. We have a little tiny baby spork, which is right here, which is kind of comical, and it folds in half. There you go. We have our 6 water purification tabs, and that's all that's in that. Okay, so we got some hot water here. Our mains are about done. We have a little more water for our soup heating up. Let's go ahead and cut open one of the coffees. All right. We'll kind of leave those together for right now. I'll take our mini little fork here. Give that a little stir. We're going to set that kind of back out of the way. We're going to go ahead and do our hot chocolate, which is right here. Man, it's a tough bag. Alright. And typically these European chocolate or hot chocolates are more of a dark, like a dark semi-sweet. They're very different and very good. Okay, that guy's done. Let's move him back to the side here. Okay, then moving right along, we have our energy drink here. Did we rip it? No, we did not. There we go. And it says mix of 500 ml of water. This glass is about half of that. So we'll put about half of this guy in there, which, a little more. Is about roughly right there. Put some water in there. There we go. Give it a little mix. And let's go grab the mains. Okay, so first let's finish this other stuff up before we do the mains. We have our muesli here, and we're just gonna rip the top it off like that. You see it has little, basically chocolate chips in it. Looks pretty good. And last time we put a little hot water in it. 100 ml is what it calls for. And we'll give it a mix. Or you just kind of put how much you want in it. We'll mix a little bit more. That is some very, very hot water. Uh-oh. There we go. Thought we broke it at first. Get it over here and mix it up a little bit. We're going to set it in this bowl back out of the way. And let it do its thing. Right there. We're going to get our tea. Throw that in here. Let it be steeping. And this is like a spearmint tea. There we go. Saturated. We're going to put that back out of the way. And let's go ahead and do our mains. Doing a little backwards today. Forgot about our soup. Let's go ahead and get this in here and get it diluting. Has little rings in it. Doesn't smell like much of anything, to be honest with you. Get that to stir. It's got a big lump in the middle. We'll put that off to the back because that's going to take a few minutes to do its thing. Get off of there. There we go. All right, we'll set that back over here. Come back to that here in a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this beans with duck sausage. We have like a big round piece of sausage. And like I said before, some beans. I guess we have possibly a pork sausage and then duck meat. It's very unclear exactly. But look at this guy here. If I can even wrestle it out of there. Holy cow. We're all running off the side here. It's alright. That looks... I'll put a little more out there for you guys. Try not to knock that off of there. Alright. And then let's move our deer pate just for a minute. Move it off right there. Maybe we'll shift that just a little bit for you guys. Keep you in the picture. This thing, cans are very hot. And we have the, what was this, pork rice? Yeah, pork rice and pineapple. Looks like many other things also. It's kind of all clumped together a little bit. I feel like I got it as hot as I could without it actually burning. Whoa. See chunks of meat all in there. Rice and vegetables. Some little leaves. Possibly spinach. What an awesome dish. Okay, so first up, the pork rice and pineapple. Take a little bite of it. It smells maybe a little bit of curry in it. Oh man. What an absolute, just delicious meal. Big chunk of pork. I just got a piece of pineapple. Wow. This other one, it says exactly sausages, duck, and beans. Not clear whether it's duck sausage or pork sausage. We're about to find out. I would say, it's hard to tell, I would say pork sausage. Man. Absolutely delicious. Piece of duck. Slightly dry. It's like a lot of wild game is. Slightly dry, very lean. Try a piece of this sausage here. This little flat piece. Heck, we'll do it all. Some of those nice white beans. Man, that is just as good, if not better, than a home-cooked meal. A little bit of this sports drink to cleanse your palate. A little bit, possibly a little bit of isotonic. I have to be very honest with you. That tastes like Mr. Clean Floor Cleaner. It's not bad. I could put my mind around it. It's not a problem for me. A lot of people would have an issue with that, I think. But I'm sure it's good for you. I'm sure it has the nutrients that you need. So it's pretty much a must-have. Now, let's go to our soup here and see if it's actually reconstituted. I'm not quite sure. I guess we'll take a sip out of the cup since our little spork isn't really up for the job. It still doesn't smell like much of anything. Oh, wow. It's pretty much a really nice, smooth vegetable soup with the little pastas in it. That's really not bad at all. It's actually very, very nice. Let's check out this muesli. The muesli's been cooking over here. It looks very chocolatey. Look at that. Looks very good, actually. Oh, yeah. Some of the better muesli I've ever had, actually. Some of it's pretty bland. It could be that, or it could just mix the water ratio just right. Absolutely perfect. Go and taste a little bit of this hot chocolate. Give her a little stir with her little mini fork. And like I said, a real dark chocolate. Semi-sweet. All these are semi-sweet. You always have extra sugar to add to it if you don't like it that way. I personally like it that way. It's a very good meal. Let's move right along here and get these chocolate crackers open. Chocolate biscuits, I'm sorry. Look at that guy. More chocolatey than the previous style of those. Open up our strawberry jam. I don't think we cut it low enough. Which is kind of funny because the tear notches is like an inch above where we just cut it at. Strawberry jam. Kind of a thinner jam. Smells like strawberry. I'll take just a second here and jump back to this deer pate. A little slab of it. Look at that. Very similar seasoning to the boar pate we had before. Very nice, actually. Let's do a little bit of tea here. Tea isn't real super strong. Nice bold spearmint tea. Almost like chewing gum and drinking tea at the same time. And I think we're going to shift over to our little bars here. And these are more of a dessert slash energy bar. This was an apricot bar. And it's just kind of like a little lightly sugar-coated jelly bar. Where's that knife at? Look at that guy. Smells awesome like apricots. Very sugary, very good. Man, I don't know if you can even buy stuff like that here, to be totally honest with you. We have our little grape commando bar. It should have little pieces of rice and stuff in it. Kind of a nougat bar. Not too big of a fan of that one. It kind of tastes like plastic just a little bit. It might be because of wrapper. Maybe just the kind of grape flavoring they use on it. This is Commando Coffee Bar. They're very tiny bars, about 1 inch wide by probably 2 or 2.5 long. Look at that guy. Very lightly coffee flavored, not pungent at all. Completely different than the US ones. Nougat Fruit Bar. These in the older rations never hold up. They always get this weird plastic taste to them. This one's really good. It's still so fresh that it hasn't had a chance to get bad yet. Man. Very last, our 70% Cocoa Klaus chocolate bar. I think we're done with the knife for that. You guys always ask me if I eat all these rations. My mom's standing by. She's more than willing to help me jump on this thing and get it finished up. Whatever these bars we don't finish, I usually put them in a Ziploc, put them in the refrigerator, and eat them throughout the day. You could do that with the mains also. Here's our Klaus chocolate bar. Break a chunk of that off. Look how dark that is. Very, very nice dark chocolate. You don't get the bitterness what you do with the American dark chocolate. Our dessert here basically translates to chocolate cake. It has a nice little picture of a, I guess it is case of cake. I thought it was a chocolate pudding at first. Oh, wow. Look at that guy. Doesn't have much of a smell to it. It's got a little bit of oil on top. I don't know, I guess it's a cake. It's either a really wet cake or more like a pudding, because look at that. It's definitely more type of a pudding. Chocolate pudding. It is very good though. Very nice. The idea to put the desserts in a can like this was definitely good. Not going to save on any weight when you're carrying it, but definitely preserves the food very nicely. And we did not try the cereal biscuit, which is the last type of it left. Kind of a sweet smell to it. Almost like a oat cookie kind of thing. Maybe a shortbread, but not quite that sweet. Whoops, dropped that on the floor. And we have our last item here, the coffee. We'll wash that biscuit down with. Coffee is fairly strong, but it's not bitter and offensive. We didn't put anything in that. It's just straight coffee, black coffee. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I think we conquered this meal What an absolute fantastic meal it was. This, once again, was the menu number 9 of the French RCIR. You guys, thanks for watching. Thanks to foreignmre.com for sending this meal. And everyone have a good day.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars